Hey, sir, this is Adam over at Perkins Motorplex. Finally getting a chance to break free long enough to get you a video. Really appreciate you hanging with me. Didn't have much going on first thing this morning and meant to do this right away and just kept catching customers on my way out. So again, just thanks for hanging with me on that. But diving in, man, this thing is super clean. 2020 Ford F-250 King Ranch. It's the nice dual tone color there. Really sharp. I've walked around it a couple times, took it for a short little spin, didn't notice anything on the drivability side. I like it. I like it a lot. So just so you're aware, we've talked a little bit about warranty. This thing does qualify for some factory warranty coverage. It's called a factory type extension. This one here would qualify, like we said, for a 3-year 36,000 mile, based on the deluxe package, or a 4-year 48,000 on the, I'm sorry, that's the deluxe. And then the other one was the platinum drivetrain, I believe. So the higher trim on the coverage is what you would want to go with, really. It's a very minor difference in cost, and it just covers more components like the tech items, so a lot of electronics and stuff. So no deductible, nationwide coverage, take it any shop you want to. If it's certified or a dealership, they could work with this warranty here. So diving in though, tires on it are new, really nice. Those are a little bit more aggressive tread, but not like big mudders. Wheels are in good shape. Coming down the side, I'll get back here to the back in a second. I'll kind of show you a shot all the way down the truck. Mirror caps, everything on mirrors, glass is in good shape. Not noticing chips or anything like that. No cracks in the glass on the sides, or plastic on the sides, I should say. Looks awesome with a chrome trim on the door handles and the mirror caps. Some of the badging, of course, there. But then also looks good with the blacked out side of like the windows, matching up with some of the tint. Coming down, again, I've walked around it. I haven't seen like a single door ding on the truck, knock on wood. I'm hoping now that I'm live on this recording, I don't find anything I didn't see on my first 2 attempts to walk through it. But yeah, really sharp. Really on that driver's side, I don't even notice like rock chips, you know, being touched up or anything. I won't say there's not something there, but again, I'm not seeing it. And this is what I look for every time I do a video. So the back side of it, looking great. Obviously with the King Ranch, you get a lot of good trim on that. It does have, for example, the proximity sensors all the way across that back bumper, alert you when you get close to stuff in reverse. On a truck this size, if I was the one driving it, I would definitely need those. I drive a car, so had trucks before, but not one this size. It's got the step, obviously, there inside of that tailgate. It's got the big bed in it. It's got the strap tie down marks as well there for you. Really lightweight, easy to close, one-handed. And what I was impressed with on a truck this size with 100,000 miles, you would expect to see some of those dings. You know, somebody's backed a trailer up and possibly hit it, you would expect. I know I do. Not noticing anything there. Again, tail lights also looking really good. Not noticing any issues on those. Coming down the passenger side, again, kind of using some daylight here to our advantage. Not noticing, again, any kind of dings. A lot of times, even on these trucks, just because so many people use them for work purposes, a lot of times down here, you'll get like kick marks from like steel-toe boots. I have not seen those on this truck at all, which that was actually what I expected. If nothing else, I expected that. Does have the passive entry, so you're able to just have the key in your pocket. I had it locked up, and it opens up for us there. Does have the power passenger seat. The interior is gorgeous. We'll get into that in a minute. I love it. It's my favorite kind of color combo on them. Coming down the front end, the only thing I've noticed is on this mirror, it does have a hole in it. That's something, it's just the casing. The plastic still looks fully fine. I can get that casing done for you, or if you were to purchase it, if you were to take delivery sooner, because I know right now some of the parts have been on back order for us. That may have been the case on this, but if this is something here that obviously would hold you up, I understand that. I can get that authorized for you to take it to a shop and me just pay them over the phone. That'd be easy to do for you, honestly. It's an easy repair. It's literally just taking everything on the electronic side, putting it into the new case, and then popping that on for you. Coming into the front, another thing I'm used to seeing on trucks this size, people take them off road a lot of times for work or whatever. I'm not even seeing really like imperfections on these. There's a little bit of like rub right there, but that's the only thing I saw. It's got a little bit of patina on the inside of those tool hooks. It's pretty normal on chrome. The grill looks good. I'm not noticing like chips in the chrome on it or anything. There's a couple little bugs and stuff. Well, there might be one tiny chip, but again, you gotta be real close, man. Right there, a little bitty rock chip. The hood, the white I love. The white does such a great job of hiding like touch-up spots. So you'll see I'm actually kind of rubbing it to kind of feel. Over here, tiny. I'm 3 inches maybe away from it to point that out. Over here, right there's a tiny one. And then just a few right through there. So, I mean, that's pretty normal. It happens to everything. We have a really good paint touch-up guy. He does a lot of good work for us. So we try to get him to touch every vehicle we get. And we have about 1,100 altogether in inventory between 6 stores. So the one thing I did see was 2 touch-up. You're right here. 2 tiny. Again, I'm 3 inches from it. So again, you won't notice that if you're just like looking at it from even here. I'm 1 foot from it. You have to really, I tell you, man, I try to be pickier than any customer. Like, I don't want you to get the truck and be like, man, this ain't the same truck Adam showed me in the video. It looked good. I try to be so picky that I have customers tell me, like, stop showing me everything. Wish you hadn't pointed it out. Really, really sharp. So, again, interior, there's no way I would have believed this thing has any kind of miles on it. It's awesome. It's got the really nice floor mats, of course, for the King Ranch. Does have the additional storage in case you need to use that area underneath the seats. Just really, really sharp. Bringing that down. A couple like small indentions. I would imagine there was a car seat back here at one point. But as far as coloring, I mean, there's not a whole lot of anything. Maybe a little discoloration there. That probably is something that would wipe out a little better. That honestly could have been me from just kind of walking around it and touching everything before I started filming. I've been underneath cars and everything else today. It's got the center armrest that folds down. It's got the sliding back glass. One of my favorite features is the sunroof. It's huge. I've never understood how they can possibly put something that size at the top of a truck, but that thing's awesome. Coming inside, oh, one of my favorite things, it does have the power running boards. So you open those and they drop down. Those are protected with the warranty on the tech package as well that we offer. Does have memory seats. Another feature I think is extremely underrated. You can program up to 3 places on this. So 3 different drivers. If you had 3 key fobs, I reckon this, like most of our vehicles that we have on trucks, we have 1 key fob. This one actually, though, does have 2, like the 2 factory originals, it looks like. So you've got unlock, lock, remote start, tailgate release, and then panic alarm. Before we hop in, I always like to show the remote start. If you know a little bit about trucks, you'll understand that they don't start if there's codes present in the system. It's like a self-defense mechanism. This thing fires right up. That gives you a lot more confidence as well. And then before I finish this video, I'll get you a look underneath. First, let's show you that seat. Power switches there. Leather looks fantastic. No separation, no stitching is worn out. A lot of times over here, I'll start seeing like stitching at least starting to fray. This person that owned it, I would imagine, has a smaller butt than me because my butt would definitely do something over time. I'm like a human bowling ball here. But hopping inside does have, again, all the electronics that has the coverage for you. So power windows, power mirrors, those are folding. And then just to show you, unfolding, proper operation, awesome. It's got the mirror controls and then the extensions as well for adjustment, for trailering. Nice. Love, obviously, the designs here, the embroidery, everything's fantastic on those. This one, when I saw these, I'm assuming that it may have had, oh, never mind. This would be the keys, probably for that glove box. I saw those. I thought maybe it had a safe under one of the seats, but I did not see that, so I was kind of curious. I'm pushing the seat forward just so I can see All right, so on the higher trims, obviously like a King Ranch, it has the power adjustable pedals, the trunk release, or well, in this case, it'll be a tailgate release down there as well. It does have the mirror lights available on it. Let's go ahead and push button, fully start this bad boy up. I'll show you the cluster in a moment. I like to get over to the display while the cluster opens up for us. Underrated wireless charging pad. It's also got some charger ports over here. It's got the cup holders. If you need 2, you got 2. If you need 4, you got 4. It's got all your controls on the steering wheel. So you got Bluetooth, you've got your volume and radio settings over there. You've got your navigation screen more or less for that center cluster. And then you've also got some of your other settings like your cruise control and things over here. This one, let me see. Well, you gotta be smarter than the truck. Well, kind of feeling dumb. Never mind. That's what I was thinking. It's power for the adjuster here as well for tilt. That's what I was trying to find for you. 113,236 miles to be exact. No lights, no messages, anything like that at all. Coming across to the middle, it does have navigation. It's got the mobile apps. It's got Bluetooth, obviously, and the radio. You can go into the settings and change all of that around, of course. Really, really cool. It's a very good screen size, good brightness level. You can also change those things, of course. Climate control, so you can do everything obviously manually down low. This one, of course, has the his and hers is what I call it. So that right there is obviously driver and passenger don't have to agree on temp. I'm using the ventilated seats. It does have heated as well for both front passenger and driver. Four-wheel drive, of course, it'd be kind of useless without that. It has all your volume and tuning controls up top. I like the cameras. It's pretty sweet. It's got the side view for parking, things like that. You can go in and actually change up how you like for it to appear. Here we've got the front surround. There's your bed mirror, camera, which is awesome. Oh, and then that one there is just for standard, but if it's already running and it's not parked, I don't think that one works. So this is the main one I use. But yeah, got extra charging ports. Windshield looks solid. I don't see any chips or anything in the glass. Dash looks fantastic. Sorry again, this video's a little longer than my normal, but man, I made you wait, and I know you're as thorough as anybody. I just want to make sure that I'm kind of covering everything that I would want if I was making a purchase like this. Change out that sunroof. Got a little bit of a sunny sky, not really as much as I would hope. It's always good for a sunroof whenever you can actually do it and see a blue sky behind it. We got a little bit of a blue-gray, I'll take it. At least it's not raining, that's the worst. And let me close the tilt, yeah. This thing's sharp. Again, I'm hoping I answered most of your questions, or maybe even questions you didn't know you had. Very little wear on really anything. On the interior, the only thing I noticed that I just saw it when I turned my head is there's a tiny little spot right there on, let me see if I can zoom in, right there on that armrest. But again, man, I'm trying to be picky. These are things that would give me no concern at all if it was mine. But man, I want to try to show you anything I can think of. I'll give you 2 more shots, and I promise I'll leave you alone until you tell me otherwise. Underneath this thing, I like to give you a look. This is local. This truck came out of Louisiana originally. It came out of Missouri before a local guy bought it, and then it was on most recent here in Mayfield, Kentucky. I did go ahead and pop the hood. Just want to show you underneath. I can find it. There it is. Upside down. Forward's a little different. There we go. And yeah, fully serviced, fully inspected, really clean. I mean, it'll do the job. Looks good. Not seeing corrosion on the battery at all. Fluids look right. Again, no lights or messages inside, so I know everything's right, but really cool. All right, man. Just wanted to kind of show you what I see. Let me know what you want to do. I'm here for another couple hours or so. Love to get it secured. I'll get that mirror done for you if you'd like before we deliver, or I can go ahead and get it to you with a promise to go ahead and pay them locally to take care of you if I realize it's on back order or if you just need it sooner. So let me know what I can do. Thanks, man.